why the fuck are you sitting right next to me?
Yeah, exactly.
Or even worse, when they come and sit next to you and then they start talking to you. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Except you talk back.
Except for when I'm busy.
Oh, okay.
And then that's when I'm like, what are you doing? And then I still talk back.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
I am my own problem.
I think, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rant Files. I'm Nick, and this is my lovely wife and co-host, Miranda.
Hello.
She's going into this episode completely blind and doesn't know what any of the topics are. For those that don't know, this upcoming Friday, June 19th, is a holiday known as Juneteenth.
Yeah, it is.
Now, I did this last year, and I'm going to do it again this year, and I'm probably going to do it again next year.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder for those that don't know. We're going to get a little refresher on what Juneteenth is and why it's important, and then if you want to add anything, you can. Juneteenth, June 19th, is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the end of slavery in the United States. It commemorates the day in 1865 when federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to declare that all enslaved people were free. This occurred over 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation and effectively marked the end of slavery in the United States. Some key dates. On January 1st, 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation went into effect, but slavery remained largely intact in Confederate-controlled areas like Texas due to lack of Union military presence. In April 1865, more than 2 years later, Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered at Appomattox, I think it is, marking the end of the Civil War. On June 19th, 1865, Union Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and read General Order No. 3, announcing that over 250,000 enslaved black people in the state were free. Now, the evolution of the holiday. I don't think I covered this last year. I don't remember doing the evolution of the holiday, but initial celebrations included formerly enslaved people in Texas holding Jubilee Day, gatherings as early as 1866, celebrating with prayer, food, and family reunions. State recognition started in Texas, which I was kind of surprised, but it started in Texas, which became the first state to make Juneteenth an official state holiday in 1980.
Wow.
The federal holiday followed decades of advocacy in which Juneteenth National Independence Day was signed into law as a U.S. federal holiday on June 17th, 2021.
Wow.
While July 4th celebrates American liberty, it was an imperfect freedom as slavery remained legal. Juneteenth honors a day that promise of freedom was extended to all enslaved people. The journey to freedom was not immediate, and celebrating emancipation became an enduring symbol of black resilience, community strength, and resistance against oppression. It is a vital opportunity to learn about history, reflect on the ongoing pursuit of racial equality, and celebrate black culture and achievements. To this day, it is widely celebrated with community festivals, educational events, and gatherings emphasizing heritage and joy. And every year, we're going to remind people why it's an important day. Now, typically, I would use whatever holiday is coming up and use it as that week's theme, but we can't really rant or rave about slavery. Can we? Maybe it's not that bad. Not a great look. Not a great look. So, we're going to make it a little lighter.
Okay.
While also sticking with our summer theme trend we got going, because we've had that for a couple episodes so far, couple weeks, I guess. So because it's that time of year again, I thought the appropriate theme for this week's Rant Files episode be summer and community events.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So our Rant or Rave, and maybe it's not that bad segments, will be summer and community event related. But before that, it's time for our first Am I the Asshole? So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Telling an Elderly Couple to Move Seats at the Cinema? I, 23 female, and my boyfriend, 33 male, went to the local art house cinema to see a revival movie that I really love. We got there early for great seats, even though we weren't expecting a huge crowd. Though I love this film, it isn't exactly a blockbuster. 5 minutes before the show starts, the theater is still mostly empty. An older couple, 70s, enters and proceeds to sit directly in front of us. Like, directly. There are empty rows, let alone empty seats. I was pissed. I tapped the woman immediately in front of me on the shoulder and asked if she and her companion would move to literally any other seat besides those in front of us. Dear reader, this woman was appalled. She proceeded to tell me how disrespectful I was and that I was very rude to even ask. My poor boyfriend was ready to hide under the seats because of my behavior. I stated that it was rude to look at a mostly empty theater and choose the only seats that would obscure someone's view when the options were very open. They ended up moving, but my boyfriend was mortified and told me so when the movie was over. So again, am I the asshole for telling an elderly couple to move seats at the cinema?
Yeah. Yeah, you're an asshole.
You mean this isn't normal behavior?
Nah.
This has to be in America.
Yeah, you're an asshole. I was trying to see your side, especially when you said that like it's obstructing your view, but like I probably would have just gotten up and moved, honestly. If it was me, I would have just gotten up and moved instead of asking them to move. Even if it was like a seat over or so, I would have moved because I mean, I
That's
like
fair.
putting my feet up on the seat in front of me if I can. So, yeah.
Excuse the ignorance, but I'm going to Google what an art house cinema is and see what the seating could look like because I think that's a factor.
Yeah.
Art house cinema.
That's fair. Yeah, because if it's like folding chairs or something, then yeah, absolutely. Like, I totally get it. If it's like the kind of riser seating, again, you could have just moved. I mean, I don't know.
That's not great.
That's really shitty.
That's not great.
Yeah.
That changes it a little bit for me.
I mean
that
Oh, that would have annoyed the fuck out of me.
changes it a little bit for me.
Yeah. I still everyone sucks here. They definitely should have picked a different place to sit for sure. There's no doubt about that. I always say that's like the fucking, what is it, like the urinal rule. If there's all of these urinals open and I'm at this one, don't come to the one that's right next to me. You go to the one on the end.
Okay.
You know, I mean, obviously I'm not using a urinal, but you know.
No, right. That's fair.
But yeah, it's like if there's all this space, just why are you right here?
Yeah.
Why are you right here? So like I fully understand your irritation with that because I don't like that shit either. However, I still stand by my original statement that I would have gotten up and moved. If any, you know, what would have been kind of funny actually is if you would have gotten up and went and sat in front of them. That would have been even funnier.
It's an elderly couple, but
they did it first.
Now, I will say, though, I should have Googled that before I went into the story because I went into it thinking it was like a
movie
regular
theater.
movie theater.
Yeah.
But if that's the case and it is flat like that,
Mm-hmm.
I think that drastically changes the scenario.
I mean,
Because that is pretty fucking rude how you just like
Mm-hmm.
sit. If the whole place is empty and you sit right in front of us and it's actually like flat, you know, then it's like, what? Really?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they are 70. You know what I mean? I've never agreed with like the elders conversation, you know? Because elders can be just as shitty, if not even more shitty than younger people. But I think that is a factor in this scenario just because like you could have just moved over like 2 seats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they are like the folding chairs, like you had said.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what my initial move would have been anyway, is like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit over here.
Instead of, I mean, you can talk shit, you know, internally or like after the movies or
Yeah,
after the
and I
viewing,
would.
whatever. Like, absolutely. But I
the
think
second we walk out, I'd be like, you see that old bitch?
yeah, but I think the initial reaction though is kind of
I would be like your boyfriend. I would have been like horrified.
Yeah.
If you had done that when we were sitting there. I probably would have been like, I need to leave. I can't sit here and watch this movie anymore. I gotta go. This is such an awkward fucking situation. You should have just gotten up and moved. You really should have.
Do you think the beginning of the story plays into this at all? So specifically the ages.
I mean, that's quite the age gap.
It's 10 years.
And your brain's not fully developed, but that's your business, girl.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a factor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think it was definitely an impulsive move. Whether I don't know what the reasoning behind it or whatever, but maybe rein that in a little bit.
Yeah. I would have just moved over. You could literally just move over 2 seats. I'm sure they were in like the perfect spot, dead center. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
know.
look for at movie theaters.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe you were real Sheldon about it and you had like the acoustics perfect.
Yeah.
And so I understand the frustration. I fully get it. But I mean, they do have a right to sit wherever they want to sit. Just because you don't want them sitting next to you doesn't mean that you can just tell them that they need to move.
It's not even next to, it's in front.
I mean, well, yeah, but like in close proximity. So I get it. Like I said, I don't fucking like that stuff either. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody that I don't like close to me. So I get it.
Yeah.
But
You
you
definitely
still
approached
shouldn't
it
have done that.
in an asshole-ish manner.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think ultimately my overall was probably going to be everyone sucks here because they shouldn't have sat there either.
Yeah.
But in the question of asshole or not the asshole,
There's always 3 choices. There's always 3 choices.
Towards the asshole end of it.
Would you go with all 3 though? Would you say everyone sucks here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always a
because
choice.
What the fuck is those? What the fuck is your problem? Find someplace else to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have irritated the shit out of me. Honestly, that probably would have made me want to leave, honestly, because that's all I would have been thinking about. I would have just been stewing about it the whole movie. I don't even know what the fucking movie is now. I don't even know what happened.
But I think it's like so it's like when we went to Revenge of the Sith. I don't know if you remember that with me and our oldest. Mm-hmm. But we went there, and it's not like it's in theaters for very long. It's a very limited, it's kind of throwback kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like what this is.
Yeah.
So I don't know if leaving would be the answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and she said she loved the movie. You know? But so I don't know if that's the answer, but I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say at the beginning, like before, I was gonna say definitely you're the asshole. But looking at the picture and then kind of talking through it, I think everyone sucks here.
Yeah.
I think that's my vote because you didn't have to sit directly. Now I will say, hold on, before we continue. The caveat, though, the huge caveat for me in this story is that if it is flat, then that's my opinion. But if it's a regular, because some of those pictures that we saw, they were like a regular theater. Now, if you're in a regular goddamn movie theater and somebody sits in front of you, but you can't even they're not intruding on your view, then there's no issue there. So then you are absolutely 100% the asshole.
Yeah.
But if it is flat, which they don't say, we just looked it up and we're just kind of guessing. If it is flat, then I think everyone sucks here.
Yeah, I mean, initially I was going to say too that if they had I don't know if it was like a regular movie theater where you buy tickets and you have the seats and everything like that, if maybe that was the situation. But I mean, either way, I still stand by my original answer. I still think that if you had such a problem with them sitting in front of you, that you should have just moved.
Yeah, I think that would be the easiest.
Yeah.
Easiest thing, yeah, for sure. So your verdict is everyone sucks here?
Probably, yeah.
I think that's mine as well. I agree with that. Overall, Reddit verdict was you're the asshole.
That's fair too.
I got 3 of the top comments that I found. 2 of them are you're the asshole. One is everyone sucks here.
Oh.
The first one, everyone sucks here. I imagine your boyfriend is wondering why he's dating a 23-year-old. So I think this person is saying that not only the older couple, but then the boyfriend as well.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're saying, which I found that interesting because I didn't even realize the age gap until that comment.
Yeah.
And I think everyone sucks here because you're dating somebody that's 10 years younger than you, which if that's your thing, it's fine. I don't fucking care.
Yes,
but
you're all consenting adults. That's all good and well. Gap. But there is definitely, it seems like there's a maturity gap there. And I mean, that's for y'all to figure out in your relationship, I guess.
Especially if he's appalled at this. What other kind of, you know what this kind of reminds me of? Couples Retreat. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that movie, but the girlfriend in that, what's her name?
Oh my God, I don't remember what her name is.
But
when
she's
in
super loud,
in the dealership. She's like, "Daddy!"
Yeah. She's super loud.
I call him my boyfriend's daddy.
I was with mad Mexicans before.
Bang bang.
So that's what this reminds me of. Is this is a mature man.
Yeah.
With a very immature.
Still maturing woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why that stood out.
Like
to me.
I said, it was definitely an impulsive move, which, like I said, that speaks to the maturity.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think next time maybe just like check your temper. I don't know.
Yeah.
And like check your reactivity for a second and then just like boop, move over.
I think so. Next one is you're the asshole. The fact that you felt entitled to the space enough to even think others should move for you is so beyond. I can definitely see why your partner was mortified. He's a champ for sitting through the whole movie. My embarrassment wouldn't have let me stay.
That's what I
That's
said.
pretty fair.
I would have been like, oh my God, I need to leave.
Yeah. And I honestly, like, that would probably be the end of that.
Yeah.
But again, if it's flat and it's like folding chairs.
Yes, I understand your frustration, but it was
changes.
still
Yes.
your reaction to it was out of pocket.
Absolutely. Last one was you're the asshole. They had every right to sit there and you had no business expecting them to move. You chose what you consider to be the best seats and they chose the next best seats. Your boyfriend's mortification is completely understandable. I would be too and would never go to a movie with you again, frankly. Which is fair. I'm surprised. I didn't read through all the comments because there was a lot. But I'm wondering if anybody picked up on that or asked that question. Like, is it a regular movie theater? Or is
I
it?
don't. Yeah, you know I don't know.
I didn't look at
I mean,
that.
that was a good call though to look it up because I didn't even.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that it was an art house cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just picturing a regular movie theater, but still, I still think you're the asshole.
That's an important thing though with a lot of these stories is with anything in life, context matters.
Oh yeah, like all the little details.
You know what I mean?
Stuff,
and even like the setting. Sometimes that's the most important part because that completely changes the scenario. Especially if these two are tall and if it is flat and now you can't even see the damn screen. Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, I would have been annoyed as shit because I'm one of those people who's like, why would you come sit right here? Even if I'm like sitting somewhere and I'm like at a table and there's all these other tables and somebody comes and sits at the table next to me, I'm like, why are you sitting right next to me?
I
don't say anything, but I'm like, what is the purpose?
I have a rather large bubble.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, you know.
No.
But if I'm not gonna react like this.
No, but I'll definitely be like,
you're too close. Especially like if it's overwhelming.
I've gotten
crowd.
up and moved before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not even. Yeah.
See, that's
care.
a valid response though.
Yeah.
Not being like, hey.
No, and I'll get up
and
move, and like I don't care if you feel awkward about it. Why the fuck are you sitting right next to me?
Yeah, exactly.
Or even worse, when they come and sit next to you, and then they start talking to you, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Except you talk back.
Except for when I'm busy.
Oh, okay.
And then that's when I'm like, what are you doing? And then I still talk back.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
I am my own problem.
I think, you forget your audience like 90% of the time. You would absolutely do the opposite. You would get all of the tea.
Oh yeah, if they started gossiping, I'd be like, let me close what I'm working on.
Exactly.
Tell me everything.
All right, let's get into some Rant or Rave. And like I said, these are all summer and community event related. So first up, we got outdoor concerts.
Ooh.
A rant or rave?
Like a small one? Or like a festival? Well, you said like a community event.
Yeah, not festivals yet, but yeah. Outdoor concerts.
I don't know that I've ever been
Typically,
to like a small...
Typically they're small.
I don't know if I've ever been to a small outdoor concert now that I think about it.
Yeah, not like, what's it called?
Like Warped Tour?
Warped Tour. Not like, a community outdoor concert.
Wow.
Smaller.
Yeah. No, I'm down for it though.
We have before in Hoffman Estates. We went to see fireworks and they had a band playing. I don't know if we actually like stood there or anything, but they had like a concert going.
I don't remember the band.
But
yeah, I'm down to try it though.
Yeah.
There's been at least like the last neighborhood that we lived in, there was sometimes like a concert at the park or whatever, or something, music
like
at
that.
the park
or
whatever they called it. I just never made it to one of those, but I would be down to check it out. I would like to go do something like that for sure.
I would be more down. This is a rave for me because I would definitely be more down to do that than like go to like Warped Tour.
Yes.
Because it's a lot more chill. And just because I didn't come up with going to concerts like you did.
I don't know if I have it in me to go to like a Warped
when you
Tour
talk,
or Laser Fest anymore.
Yeah, when you talk about like all the huge crowd, like we just said we didn't like people being around us. And now you want to be surrounded by thousands.
No, that was in my younger days.
Sweating.
I was all for getting in a crowd and crowd surfing, doing all that shit. I am in my 30s
fuck
now.
That.
I'm no.
But even like the and I think, I don't know, I would like to, again, I wasn't part of like the concert scene, but I would like to think that it would be more expensive and more, not restricted, but there's more to going to a big concert like that. It's going to be more expensive, parking, all that kind of stuff. When you go to a community event, it's going to be a lot more chill.
I will say though, back in the day when I went, this was before concert tickets were like stupid expensive. I don't think we paid over $100 for either of those tickets. And we just didn't have a lot of money anyway. So we tried planning ahead and we had taken like a backpack and we had like beer and water in it. And then when everybody was lining up to go in, they were like, oh, you can't bring in anything.
Yeah,
and we were like, the fuck?
Because they want you. It's like an airport.
Oh, yeah, but
not only security,
but it was like some fucking Woodstock type shit because we went, they made everybody dump out all the water that they had, and then they ran out of fucking water. So, come on. Like, it was stupid.
Yeah. I think it's twofold, though. I think it's one is security, and then one is, I mean, because that could be vodka, too, so I guess that's another aspect.
Oh,
but
yeah,
security
people were
for sure.
Shit there.
Security for sure, but then also they want you to buy all their stuff. You know?
Yeah, and it was a whole thing. But for Laser Fest, that wasn't an issue. So I think we only paid for like our food and then like maybe a couple drinks or something when we were there.
Yeah,
otherwise
but it's more
it
expensive, right?
Yeah, but it was just that was also like in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't really have an option either.
But I feel like with community like outdoor concerts, it's just a lot more affordable.
Oh yeah, definitely. It would be a lot more chill. I imagine with that we probably wouldn't have to worry about childcare either. We could just bring them.
One of the best things about it too is that if it's in your community,
you can just walk there.
You can walk there and walk home. Whereas like something like a big concert or whatever, obviously you have to travel to it.
Oh my God, yeah.
So this is an absolute rave.
Yeah, we should look and see if there's any community concerts coming up.
I'm definitely down.
Check one out.
Yeah. They'll probably be packed with like food trucks and stuff too, you know?
Ooh, oh my God, I want a street taco.
Just fueling the economy. Next up, we got summer festivals. This one I'm not too familiar with, but I thought maybe you would.
Like fairs?
Yeah, well, just festivals. Yeah, I guess you could.
Okay.
Music, food, that kind of stuff.
I'm down. Yeah. I haven't been to like a decent summer festival in a long time, honestly. I feel like it's really hard to find a good one. Especially one that's not like super late at night or something, you know?
That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. Because
I don't want to be out.
Exactly. So we went to the state fair. I mean, that was okay. It was definitely not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. I wouldn't mind checking out like the county fair.
My biggest thing with this, so like where the outdoor concerts and stuff like that, the community outdoor concerts, is an absolute rave for me. Based off of everything we just talked about, but also because it's at night.
Yeah.
The festivals, everything you just mentioned, the state fair and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. Last year when we went, it was hot.
It is really hot when we go.
That would be summer festivals, like daytime kind of thing, like state fair, stuff like that. That's a, I mean, it's cool to check out, but I think in the moment, like the concept is better than the actual like implementation.
I agree, yeah.
Like actually doing it because it's so fucking hot in the summer. I guess it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
If you're in a cooler place, then I mean, maybe that's not an issue, but like.
Yeah. I don't know.
Down in Pueblo gets fucking hot.
Awful.
It was like 95 when we went there. We were just, it was hot.
It was hard to make it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other summer festivals that I might like. I don't really know what other Oh, there was that Water Lantern Festival that's coming up. Did that already happen?
I have no idea.
I wanted to check that out.
Another thing too with the summer festivals, like what we just went to one. What was it? It was not Victory Day.
Territory Days.
Territory Days.
Yes.
And that was fun. You know, they got the booths and they got all that kind of stuff. So that was a lot of fun.
Just walking around and seeing stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, but like it's still, I mean, it wasn't hot. It wasn't August, so it was a little more enjoyable.
Exactly.
But I will say, though, there's a common theme that I hate about these things, and it may be an unpopular opinion, but I hate turkey legs.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
I really
They're
don't
so
like turkey legs.
dry.
They smell great and
yeah.
look good, but then you get one and you're like,
yeah. It's almost like
really
dust comes
not
out
that
of this.
good.
Yeah, it's almost like dust comes out of the
They're
center.
just so big. They have to cook for so long. They get dried out, and it's just, I don't know.
They're
They're
very
not.
dry.
They're not.
But
as
they're
good
super
as,
popular everywhere, and
Yeah.
I with all these festivals, and I don't get it.
And I'd be like,
people
give
love
me like a nice crispy chicken leg. I'm gonna eat the shit out of that.
Well, I mean,
but
that's
don't
significantly
really want
smaller.
the-
Yeah, exactly. What they should start doing at these festivals is with because they're not going to get rid of the turkey legs, right? They should have some kind of like sauce to go that comes with it. You know what I mean? So even though so you get like the outside, because the outside is caked in seasoning and sauce or whatever.
It's
That's why
really,
it smells really good.
Mhm.
But then like when you get to the center, and that's where most of the meat is, it's dry.
Dry as shit.
So
the
like
whole
they
thing
should
is.
have whatever rub or whatever sauce that they
Yeah.
actually put on the outside. They should give you like a little thing that you can dip because it's so dry on the inside.
I wonder. I think they should just start selling buckets of chicken. Honestly,
Buckets of chicken.
grilled chicken,
Ooh,
because that just sounds so yummy, doesn't it?
playing that black card hard today.
Mm-hmm. mm-hmm. Some charred grilled chicken.
Oh God, yeah, like the
with
chicken
little
I do on the
char
grill.
marks on it.
Those are so good.
I'm hungry if you can't tell.
Next up, we got farmers markets. So I don't know if that's gonna make it any better.
I've always wanted to be like a farmer's market type of girl. I'm just not an early bird. So
Is it like an early
part
bird
of
thing?
it. I think
Farm markets?
typically they're early.
Okay.
I have in the past, like, I know when we lived in Kansas, there was a few times when we'd be like out and about early in the morning or something, and we'd like drive by and I'd be like, stop, I want to run through the farmer's market. And I just like walk through. I just like looking at stuff.
I mean, yeah.
Seeing what everybody grows.
And it's definitely fueling the local economy.
Exactly. That's
You know?
another thing too.
People depend on that.
Yeah, I would definitely like to start using that some more.
Yeah.
That was another thing that like I'd seen posts recently that there's like a black owned ranch here somewhere around here that like I don't know if it was like the city was trying to like push them out of their land or something like that. And they were having like events and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, maybe we should go check that out.
I'm down.
Support that business. Maybe we can like, I don't know. We don't have a big ass freezer, so we can't buy half a cow. But
Not yet, but yeah, we definitely.
I know.
need
I
one.
really want to get a deep freezer and just fill that bitch up.
We already have 2 fridges that are completely packed. We need a garage one.
It's just the freezers aren't that big. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, exactly. I would be down to check them out, though. I'm definitely not too familiar with them,
No.
but definitely feeling like the local economy and kind of,
Yeah.
and just getting like the fresh, just the freshness.
Yes, that's another part of it too. Is like sometimes I've noticed too, like when I guess this doesn't happen so much at Safeway, but like almost every time I like go into Walmart or something and we walk by like the produce, I always smell something rotten. I always smell something rotten every single time.
That's not great.
It never fucking
Yeah.
fails. And so yeah, sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm grocery shopping, like if I get a whiff of that, like I said, it doesn't really happen at Safeway. But there have been a couple times when it's happened and I've been like, I don't know if I want to get my vegetables here.
Yeah, right.
Like something is rotting. I
That's
can
fair,
smell
though.
it and I don't know where it is. I don't know what else is in there. And yeah. It's just,
And I'm
that's what I get in my head about it.
And I'm
you know?
sure there's a lot more pride that goes into like, so you think about like an employee that works at Walmart, right?
Mhm.
They're going to care a lot less about how like the produce looks and stuff like that
Exactly.
compared to like at a farmer's market, the person that made it or grew it, right?
Yeah.
And is selling it. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot more pride in that. So they're not going to let like rotten vegetables just like sit there.
Exactly.
So that's a good point.
Mhm.
It'd definitely be a rave for me.
Yeah,
for that
I'm down
one.
to try it.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to come back around like on Saturdays and stuff. So
I mean, it's the perfect time to do it. Obviously,
yeah,
summer.
we can go check them out.
Yeah.
Just got to get up early enough to do it.
That's true. Finally, we got food truck festivals. We used to have one of these up at where we used to live.
Yes, I love a food truck. Honestly, I really do. Especially the street tacos.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't speak English.
Those are the best.
Yes. Especially if there's at least one Thea in there.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, I'm coming back around in the line over and over and over again. Give me all the fucking. I'm gonna.
Oh God!
I love street tacos.
Some of the lines get pretty long for those, but like it's so worth it because yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And like some of those people are actually like depending on, that's their
some income. Food that you get from food trucks is better than food that you get in restaurants.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Yeah, so I always struggle sometimes though whenever we do go to food festival or the food truck festivals, because then I'm like, where do I go? I want some of everything. Exactly. Like I just want to go to every single one and be like, what's your best seller?
That would be kind of cool though to do one of these like food truck festivals, but then try like each truck.
I think we should do that sometimes. Sometimes they do. Well, at least they used to. I guess I haven't seen a post about it, but sometimes they would do those downtown.
Yeah.
So that would be fun to just go and try a bunch of different stuff.
It would be.
I'm a fat girl at heart. I just want to eat. Oh,
it would be cool to try that stuff though, but just once in a while, I'm here for it.
Yes,
it would just suck. Like if it was, I guess the only shitty part though is like if each one is like a 30-minute wait.
I know.
Then you have to like,
I'd be like, divide and conquer. You start on that end, I'll start on this end.
But if you actually like combine them, so like you do like a summer festival that has like the food trucks, and then throughout the day you just try different stuff.
That's true.
That's kind of cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they're doing another Juneteenth festival this year. I know that the one last year was kind of a bust, but that's because of like issues with the city and permits and stuff like that.
Okay. I think people still showed up though.
Yeah, people still showed up, but they said that like the venue, the area where they did it wasn't as good because the original place that they wanted to, they started running into issues. Okay. And then that's why it got moved at the last minute.
Pretty sure they ended up doing it in the mall parking lot south of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Citadel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what they did.
Yeah, so I know
it was a good turnout, though.
It was a good turnout, but I know that after that, people were talking about how they were going to try and get a jump start on getting someplace better for this year. I just saw that in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, but
we should definitely do it if we're in town. We definitely should do it.
I know. I feel like we haven't been able to go the last few years. I don't know. Oh, because it overlapped with Father's Day. That's what it was.
Oh,
so we were always doing something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to go. I haven't been to one of those since.
I think
we went to one in Kansas.
Yeah. I think that's a much bigger deal than Father's Day.
I mean, that's fine.
You know what I mean?
I like to celebrate ya.
I mean, but yeah, that's significantly bigger though.
I know, but
and especially since we haven't, I don't think we've been to one here.
No.
So we should definitely go check it out.
I would like to.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have a food truck festival there.
Fuck yes.
All right, time for our next Am I the Asshole? So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Forwarding My Wife an Instagram reel of a recipe after she asked what I want for dinner tomorrow? My wife asked me what I'd like for dinner tomorrow, and I was thinking about it. I saw this Instagram reel of a yummy-looking recipe. I forwarded it to her. I said she could try cooking this. She went ballistic at me, saying that only she cooks, that I never cook, that she's not a servant whose job is only to cook, and I order her around what to cook. I literally didn't order her around. I didn't say, cook this for me or else. She asked for suggestions, so I gave one. That's it. I told her we can go to a restaurant instead, or we can try cooking it together on the weekend. I literally never ordered her to cook for me or told her. She merely asked for a suggestion, so I gave one. Additional notes, because everyone's asking the same question and I can't reply to 200 comments. I never cook. I do the dishes every day and other chores, but I finish work late and it's easier for me to just either eat out on weekends or some simple packaged foods. I can do pan-fried steak. It was a simple beef noodle recipe that looked yum. She's done more complex things and similar things before. She likes trying new recipes and has even told me she does. Even if I did something wrong, I didn't deserve to get shouted at. So again, am I the asshole for forwarding my wife an Instagram reel of a recipe after she asked what I want for dinner tomorrow?
I don't think so. Maybe that's because I like that kind of stuff.
I think that's a big factor here.
Yeah, maybe, but also like, I don't know, because I just don't see how you could mean something bad by that. I don't know, because there's been times when like you've been scrolling on something and you'll be like, oh my God, I just sent you a video. I just found that like this looks really good. We should try this sometime. And then I'll go and watch the video. And like, if it does look good, I'll be like, oh my God, we should try that tonight. Or I'll be like, oh yeah, we'll get to it. Or, you know, like, I don't really want to try that. But at least
those are all valid responses.
Yeah, but at least we kind of talk about like, oh, does this look good to you? Do you want to try this thing? Like, it's literally the same kind of conversation that you have trying to figure out dinner. So I don't think you did anything wrong, especially if it's something that like you thought looked good and she might not know how to make it. For me, I'm like, good, you did half the fucking work for me. The instructions are right here. Now I don't have to go search for it.
It's true.
So
I think all those are valid responses. And also, like, if you ask me what sounds good for dinner tomorrow and I give you a suggestion and you snap at me, we're going to have a fucking problem.
I mean, yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, you fucking asked me.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Like, I never said, like, we're going to have this, cook this. I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just literally sent you
an
Instagram reel.
Yeah. I don't think OP did anything wrong.
And especially, like, how he wrote this. I didn't clean it up at all.
Oh, okay.
How he wrote it was just kind of like, I don't know, very blocky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, he's kind of just like ranting at this point.
I think
you know
so.
what I mean? But I think it's warranted because like, I don't think he did anything wrong.
I don't think you did anything wrong either. I don't see a problem with that. I can't find any way to take that in an offensive manner. I don't know if maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Before we move on, I'm going to read it again. Not the story, just her response. Okay. Well, first, I saw this Instagram reel of a yummy looking recipe. I forwarded it to her. Said she could try cooking this. She went ballistic at me, saying that only she cooks, that I never cook, that she's not a servant whose job is only to cook, and I order her around what to cook. Why did you ask me what to cook?
The only thing I can think of is like, when you sent that to her, did you just...
That's all we have.
Say, yeah, if it was like maybe in a text message, maybe it just didn't come across correctly. Maybe she didn't get the tone. Were you guys already fighting? Was she already in a bad mood? All these things.
Could be Shark Week.
Could be. Yeah. Fair.
So it sounds like to me. Because this is pretty, you fucking asked me. Like, and even if that were the case, like you're still not going to snap at me like that.
Because
that's wild. Don't ask me again.
I just don't see any way where OP did anything wrong. I really don't. I'm trying to see the life side here. I really am, but I don't think that he did anything wrong.
And I think you did have your initial point, though, kind of hit it right on the head, too, was that it depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Like for someone that actually enjoys that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But compared to somebody that just wants to do...
I mean,
you know, if they want, like, maybe they're not, like, big into cooking, but they just kind of took on that role or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they like just like simple things, whatever, right? I guess that would be different. But it doesn't sound like a complex recipe. We don't have a copy of the recipe or anything, but OP says...
It was like a ramen recipe, right?
It was a simple beef noodle recipe that looked yum. That's it.
Yeah.
So like it's not even like this isn't a 4-course, you know.
No,
4-course meal
it's
or whatever.
not like lobster tails and shit.
It's beef noodles.
Beef noodles.
Like
I don't think OP's wrong. Okay. I really don't.
So what's your verdict?
Not the asshole.
Okay. I would agree 100%, and Reddit would completely disagree.
Really?
The overall Reddit verdict was you're the asshole. I got 3 of the top comments. I kind of go in on one of them. So the first one, you're the asshole. I love that none of the options you gave involved you cooking. Someone else always has to cook for you or with you. I told her this is a quote, I told her we can go to a restaurant instead, or we can try cooking it together. While you're merely making suggestions, why don't you suggest that you cook a meal for her? And this is my note. A bunch of them were supporting that fucking garbage. And then people with some sense started chiming in. One of the responses was, it always cracks me up how rigid Reddit's morals are. Like, if X is true, then you are bad. Go ahead and completely ignore any and all other relevant variables to the situation.
Yeah.
Which is 100% accurate, because like he even says in his notes, like, he doesn't cook.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the dynamic that you guys already have, then I don't think that's part of the conversation. If it has been a recurring issue, then, I mean, obviously you chose to leave that out, but we still don't know for sure. So I don't think it's fair to make that assumption.
And also, this isn't a girlfriend. This is his wife.
Yeah, so
we don't
that's
know how
another
long they've
thing.
Been together,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, I don't know. I feel like if you guys have that dynamic already where she's cooking and you're doing the cleaning, then I don't see how that should be part of.
Especially if he's like I guess you want to call it breadwinner, right? He's always at work, because that's kind of how we fell into the roles in the military. Was like, I wouldn't get home till who fucking knows what time.
Sometimes we never even knew when you were getting home, so like, we couldn't rely on you to make dinner.
So like, why would I work all day and then come home and cook when like by the time I got home, you could have it ready? And that's kind of the roles we just fell into for 10 years.
Yeah.
So like, if that's a similar situation, you know, and he even says, I never cook. So like, we already have our roles, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't understand.
Think that should be part of the conversation, just because I didn't get any indication that was like a underlying issue. But I mean, if it is, then I don't know. We'd need some confirmation on that.
I mean, you would have to actually use your big girl words and actually speak up.
I mean, yeah, definitely. If you want him to start
the passive aggressiveness of that, if that's the case, is unfucking real. Like, be a big girl, use your words. You
definitely have to say something if you're upset about him never cooking.
That's not what you asked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next one is, you're the asshole. That question has an inherent implication of her asking for something that she's done before, in all caps. She wasn't asking for an assignment. She was asking for a suggestion. She wouldn't be so pissed off if she wasn't the only one responsible for feeding y'all. I want to say these are a bunch of like single people that just don't have that dynamic down in a relationship.
On some level, I get the frustration of... Because there's definitely been times when I'm like, okay, what do you guys want for dinner? And, you know, you're just like, oh, I don't know what you want. I'm like, can you just answer the fucking question? Like, I'm trying to not think about it. Just tell me what sounds good. And then I'll say, okay, I'll make the dinner and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's one less thing that I have to put any full thought into.
Right.
So I understand the frustration on that level. But if you don't say anything, then it's hard to keep understanding, you know?
I think that's drastically different though in that scenario, because that, in my opinion, that's fair.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that's what they were kind of saying, is that she's frustrated because she's the one that's always responsible for feeding you guys.
Oh, well, no, before that, she wants something. She wanted you to say something she's done before was the big part of that.
Even that, there was no indication that that's what she meant. So
and you can
maybe it's just me. I don't know.
You can also, her response could have been, well, we don't have the stuff for that. If the issue is like going to the store, like, and nobody wants to do that or whatever, that's fine. But you're not going to snap at me because I gave you a fucking suggestion.
Yeah, you still could have been like, well, we don't have the stuff. We can do that on a different day. This is what we have. Do you want something with it or whatever? You know what that's called? Communication. An adult conversation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So again, like I said, I can't find any fault with OP. And I know that everybody's like jumping down his throat and everything, but maybe it's just because this is how I operate. So I don't have an issue with it. I wouldn't be offended by somebody sending me a video and being like, this looks good, we should have this. Because I would just say, no. Either, that looks good, or no, let's not do that. Or or I'd be like, that looks great, but it looks complicated as fuck. Let's do something easy. And then we can go from there. I don't know, but still, I think she went ballistic at me. I still think that was a lot. I mean, if it was completely unwarranted, if it came out of nowhere, then yeah, that's insane. But if there is some underlying issues, then she's probably warranted in her response. Underlying issues as far as... Like if this has been if you guys have had background conversations, that we're not privy to, but that's what I'm saying. We don't have that information,
Yeah, right.
so I'm not basing it off of that.
And I feel like I would like to think that OP would have said if there was kind of any pre-existing thing, but there's no guarantee. So that is a good point, though. If it is a common thing, but then I feel like he wouldn't be so shocked that she went ballistic because they would have already talked about it.
Shouldn't be,
you know what I mean? Because so I think this is a first time thing, but like you said.
So yeah, going off of the information that we were given, I don't think that OP is the asshole.
The third one is you're the asshole. There's a huge difference between cooking a staple recipe that you're comfortable with and cooking a brand new untested recipe. Asking what you'd like for dinner was not an invitation to turn her into your personal chef.
Again, I think that's a little much,
Yeah.
but
And I think, in my personal opinion, is that it seems like a lot of these people are not in that kind of relationship.
maybe I don't know.
Seems like it may be a lot of like single people that are jumping down the throat of somebody that's in a relationship and just doesn't understand.
That could be maybe.
Because in a healthy relationship, this is not, in my opinion, this is not
I
how
think
it
that
operates.
was a pretty extreme reaction to a suggestion for dinner. But
now, another component that would completely change the scenario, again, context matters, is that if she was the breadwinner, she was always working.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like staying home or whatever. And then she's like, hey, what sounds good for dinner? And then he sent the reel to her.
Well,
and then he's like,
definitely.
you should try to cook this or something.
Yeah.
Then it'd be a big thing because then like,
yeah.
why am I only
I mean,
why
I
am I
don't
doing
think
everything?
that should be as much of a factor, but I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the suggestion. You weren't demanding about it. That's the main thing for me.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
I definitely think not the asshole though. Sure.
I didn't think so.
All right, time for maybe it's not that bad. This one is about something that most people hate, but you actually don't mind, or you think wouldn't be that bad. Because we're back to our summer and community event theme. So first up, we got getting dragged to community events.
I'm usually the one doing the dragging, so I guess I can't say that it's that bad.
I don't think it would be that bad though, because like it gets you, if it's like a good one or ends up being a good one, whatever, then it's not that bad because then you kind of get out of your bubble, you know.
Yeah, I always figure it's just something to go check out.
Yeah.
Something to see, and I don't know.
Or like somebody convinces you to go check it out or whatever.
I don't think it's that bad.
Especially if you end up having...
when it's my idea, it's not that bad.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But you would be getting dragged at community events, so you wouldn't be doing the dragging. So, yeah.
I don't want to be dragged. I'll do the dragging.
Oh, God.
That's fine. It needs to be my idea.
God. Next up, we got small town festivals. We're talking like small town. Like, I don't know if I ever told you this, but a place I used to live was called Lodi, and we lived in Harmony Grove. I don't know if we never really talked about this, but there was this, there was like this beer and brat fest. Brat and beer fest, something like that. It was just down the road at the local park.
Oh, wow.
Small fucking town. It had to be like a couple thousand people, if that. Super small, right off the lake, Lake Wisconsin. So they would have like this kind of thing, the small town festivals, and it'd be like a beer tent. Yeah. But they'd be serving like brats and all that kind of stuff. It was super small.
That's pretty cool.
And there was like music and stuff like that. So I mean, something like that's not that bad. It's just it was like I'm pretty sure it was like a weekend thing.
Yeah.
You know, like how Fan Expo was like Thursday through Sunday. I think this is like Friday and Saturday or something like that. Yeah. I mean, there's pros and cons to it. It's just, I don't know, in a small town, though, everybody knows each other. And it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's familiar.
Yeah, that's always the thing that gets me, too. I mean, I grew up going to shit like that. So, like, when, like, the town that I lived in when I was in high school and stuff, they started doing a little, like, 4th of July kind of festival type of thing, I guess, over at it was like the football field, but then there was also like the baseball diamonds and stuff over there too. So it's a pretty open area. And then they had like the concession stand there.
Yeah.
So there would be things they'd put up like the, what is it? The one where you like throw the ball at the target and then somebody falls at the dunk tank.
Yeah, dunk tank. Yeah.
So like things like that.
That's funny.
And then
It's a good fundraiser.
Yeah. And then fucking in Blurth, they have giant days for the Jolly Green Giant.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I grew up going to that too. And that
what is that?
used to be a fun thing. Jolly Green Giant?
I know what the Jolly Green Giant is, but what is the festival? What do they do?
Giant days.
Or giant days,
yeah. So there's usually a parade. And then it worked out
for
well.
The Jolly Green Giant?
Yeah.
A parade? Okay.
He is a big deal. Okay?
Yeah.
The grandmas get together and they knit him a scarf every winter. I think sometimes they even do a hat. And then they also, at one point, I don't know, I think they still do this too. They would make like a birthday cake for him, and everybody in town would be able to come and get a slice of cake.
So that everybody's aware this is a statue.
It's the biggest statue in town, and he overlooks everyone. He doesn't overlook everyone because he's actually facing away from most of the residences.
Because he's trying to run away. I can see it. I just can't get there.
The fucking Green Giant company isn't even there anymore. But the Jolly Green Giant is still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's rough. See
but
that?
it is what it is. But
it gives the people in that small town something to do.
Exactly. Yeah. I grew up being in that parade with like Girl Scouts.
Oh, okay.
We would walk in that parade. And then also my family reunion was also on the same day as that parade.
Oh.
So that was always a big thing too. That like when I was a kid, I would be like, oh my God, everybody's going to see me walking in the parade. And then when I got older, I was like, hell yeah, family reunion. And we get to go see the parade.
I think we went to a family reunion of yours before Germany. Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that was the Jolly Green Giant parade
Giant
or whatever.
Days,
Oh,
yeah.
Giant Days, whatever.
Yep,
Okay,
that was it.
that was fun.
Yep. And then what else is there? They had the fair. I think that fair's really gone downhill though. It's gotten worse and worse.
Huh.
It used to be a lot of fun when I was a kid, but yeah, it's gotten really bad.
I wonder if, I don't know. I think it would be, I don't know. I guess I'm 50-50 on it. Like small town kind of festivals compared to like big festivals.
I would prefer a big one, I think.
I feel like there's more to do and there's just more, freedom, I guess is the only word I can think of right now. But like, because you don't know anybody. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It's just it's new, exciting.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot more to do.
Yeah.
I would
you don't
definitely
feel like you have to stop and talk to every fucking person that you see.
Exactly. So I think this is that bad to me, just because at least comparing it to small town festivals to big ones. I think this would be that bad. I would rather go to a big one.
Yeah, I think I would prefer it, but I probably still wouldn't turn it down if I was around.
Yeah, that's fair. Next up, we got kids running around everywhere. Just chaotic, like, I mean, I guess festivals, but like.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is just stop running into the fucking road without watching where you're going.
That's fair.
Like, that is always my number one thing. I can't tell you how many times I've had to like slam on my brakes because kids are not paying attention and they just start walking into the road and you're like,
yeah, you really got to go slow around those for sure.
Yes. So that's my only thing.
But I mean, other than that, though, it's kind of nice to see kids getting out away from screens, doing something that's active.
That's what I was going to say. I actually like it when you see kids out like with their friends riding bikes or running or playing games or anything like that. Just because it's not as common anymore. Like when we were kids, like we were always outside. I mean, half the time our parents kicked us out as soon as we woke up. So
especially like at these these community events or festivals, whatever you want to call it, when there's like all the kids flock to one area and they're all playing together. That's probably my favorite. It's because so like everybody's just playing together. Yeah. It's complete strangers, Yeah.
But I always think that's funny when kids just like, hey, what are you doing? You want to play with me? And then they just go play. Yeah. And then they're like, me and my friend?
Yeah.
Me and my friend are playing. And I'm like, what's your friend's name?
I don't know.
I'm going to go play with my friend, though.
That's fair.
And I'm like, all right.
Name is friend now.
All right, that's your friend.
Finally, I saved this one for last. Finally, we got Facebook drama about events.
Ooh.
Figured you like that one.
Give me. I'm going to read all those comments. Every fucking one.
Oh, God. I don't know why you're so into, I don't know. You are obsessed with comments.
It's just, they're so funny most of the time.
Especially when there's drama.
Oh, yeah. People get crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love reading comments for the most part. Yeah, they're really funny.
Especially when it's like family that's fighting over like an event. Oh, God. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Been there.
Oh, God.
My family has a Facebook group.
Oh,
okay?
Jesus.
Some shit has gone down in there,
That
okay?
sounds awful.
I don't think you're a part of it, and I'm pretty sure that's by design. I think
Yeah.
I purposely didn't invite you to the family group because I was like, you're going to hate this shit.
I would leave. Sorry, not sorry.
Nobody's fought in there in a while. It's been
okay.
some time.
That's funny,
Everybody's been getting along pretty well lately. So.
I'm sure it's more common though in like the Facebook like community groups though. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
there's gotta be a lot of shit that pops off there.
Yeah,
especially if there's like a pre-existing beef.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of?
The movie
Beef. No.
Okay. What?
You know what I miss is the Army Wives page from Graph.
Oh God. Just drama.
Sometimes I wish that I wouldn't have left that group. God. I'm not going to lie. I do. I stayed in it for probably, I think I was in it for maybe like 6 months after we left.
You probably still could join.
Well, finally I was like, all right, it's time. We've got to cut the cord.
Yeah.
We're no longer affiliated with the military.
Yeah,
we're not even in Germany anymore. Like it's time to let it go.
Oh,
and I left like all of the Army wife pages that I was on.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had been in like the one in Kansas. And then there was like a couple from Germany and stuff.
Huh.
And then I don't think I joined one when we were coming here. No, I don't remember. But yeah, I like went through and anything. I think it was only the community pages. But yeah, so I went through and like deleted all of them and stuff like that. And sometimes I'm just like, man, I miss a good fight.
Oh, God. Just watch Vanderpump Rules.
I know, but it's just sometimes I just miss a good stupid argument about, like, oh my God, somebody said this to my husband. Can I go talk to their chain of command?
Oh, God.
Oh, I miss it.
Oh, how awful. That is absolutely that bad for me.
I know, but sometimes it was so funny. And then when we were in Germany, there's this one lady who I actually liked her. You met her. I'll clarify who it is afterwards.
Okay.
You worked with her husband. And so I actually liked her quite a bit. People online did not.
Oh.
Like she made quite a name for herself in the community.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, she didn't take shit from anybody, which I liked, but on the other hand, she had a mouth on her.
Oh.
So I get why people had an issue with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like things like that I would always kind of like to see when people would get into it with her. Cause I'm just like, girl,
oh, God.
you're so silly. Why are you fighting with these people?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
That's the chismosa in you, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All up in it. Give me that gossip.
Time for the feel good for the week, because it's important to know that there is still good shit happening in the world. But this week, we're not doing a normal feel good story. This week, we got an update on one of last week's story. That story was titled, Am I the Asshole for Not Contributing to the Tuition Fee? If you're not familiar with the full story, check out episode 108, The Rant Files, and you can get caught up, because this one gets interesting. Oh my God. But here's a quick synopsis for those that just need a quick reminder. Mm-hmm. This one was about a 48-year-old woman refusing to use her personal inheritance money to cover her stepdaughter's expensive out-of-state grad school tuition after the stepdaughter chose a school far beyond what the father had saved. Tensions exploded when the stepdaughter falsely believed the money was being offered, leading to accusations of selfishness and entitlement that left the family divided. Mm-hmm. So here's the update. I posted here because I felt lost. My gut told me to stand firm, but seeing my husband's stress made me feel bad. His daughter's a good student, and having the means to help made me second guess everything. I posted since she was supposed to visit in person after the phone call and I needed help handling the meeting. The response was overwhelming. It stressed me out more when strangers questioned my marriage and claimed my husband was using me. I logged out in a panic. I got to thank Reddit for letting me read comments anonymously. My husband noticed how I was looking at my phone continuously, so I just handed him the phone. He took a long time to read through it all. I watched his face change. He looked up at me and apologized sincerely. I know many people in the comments were judging him harshly, but they do not know the ins and outs of our daily life. He has mostly been a supportive and loving partner to me. He was wrong for dragging me into this mess and expecting me to pay, but human beings are complicated. Life is rarely black and white. We almost always operate in the gray areas. None of us are perfect, but we try our best to make our relationships perfect, which is why I was looking for a middle ground. We had a long talk. No other daughter in his family has gone to grad school, and X can't afford it. So that was one of the things. One of the questions that came up was the X. So she still is in the picture. She just can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yep. He wanted more for her, but she applied abroad without asking. He felt trapped between his promise and his budget, which is what I pointed out when we covered the story, which is why he mentioned that he leaned on me. We discussed my inheritance as well. Our current apartment is in his name, but I paid for renovations. We agreed our next house will be in my name and he will pay for renovations. I even made him agree to help build a garden I've always wanted. Before she arrived, I called my sister-in-law. My husband had only told her he asked me for help. She claimed that when the daughter ranted, she just mentioned he was talking to me. She got defensive when I said it was not her place to share our private business. She swore she never said I agreed to pay. She loves drama, so I'm not sure, but I dropped it for now. When the daughter arrived, she acted completely normal. My husband stopped her immediately. He made it clear his savings were all she was getting. He suggested she take out loans against family insurance policies in her name or even work to cover the costs. She looked at him like he had 3 heads at the thought of working. Then she lost control, screaming and calling us names. She said she was disappointed in him and claimed I corrupted him. It got toxic, so I asked her to leave. My husband was too stunned to speak. He is still visibly shaken this morning. I will be spending time with family. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who commented and defended me. I never expected this attention. It made me emotional. I do not have a large family, so your kindness means everything. Now, time for my little rant. I've been saying this for a while, and it seems like I say it every fucking episode. People are so quick to judge, especially on Reddit and in comments. It's okay to have a little empathy and not just jump to the most severe thing possible. Some of these stories could be coming from a relationship that has been thriving for 20 years. They could be childhood or even college sweethearts that are still madly in love. But they share this one situation, and all anyone can say is divorce or run. Like, shut the fuck up. People are allowed to people. Right?
Yes.
If it were you and I wrote this down, if it were you in a healthy 20-year relationship and you and your spouse had this one event where someone could or could not be the asshole, I guarantee you would have a lot more compassion for the situation. Mm-hmm. So I'll leave you with, let's call them feel-good messages for the week.
Oh.
1, in honor of Juneteenth, hug a black person near you and maybe even buy them a meal. Number 2, is stop being cunty and have some compassion in your fucking life. And I think that's fair.
Does that mean you're going to take me to dinner?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
But yes, that was my little rant after that, because that's not only does it bring somewhat closure to that story, but it's what I've been preaching for like every fucking Reddit story. Is that
no, I'm glad that had a fairly happy end. I mean, it sounds like there's probably still going to be some issues with the daughter, but I'm glad that you two get to be a united front in it instead of going into it not knowing how the other person truly feels. So yeah, I'm glad that posting to Reddit worked out for you. OP.
Absolutely. But like, if you remember that one, everybody was jumping down their throats. Yeah. Especially the husband.
Yeah.
Talking all this shit. And like, she even says it like, it was just one thing.
Exactly.
You know, and everybody's just so quick to jump to divorce or run or whatever. And it's just like, you gotta calm down, you know? And that even I think one of the last stories, somebody said it as well. I think it was the first one. Always cracks me up how rigid Reddit's morals are. Like, if X is true, then you are bad. Go ahead and completely ignore any and all other relevant variables to the situation. That's exactly what we just saw.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Like, people on Reddit
people do people, and they need to be allowed to people within reason.
Exactly. So
yeah, I agree. I think that was a good message.
Before we wrap up, we want to let everybody know, we want to hear from you, whether you agree, disagree, have some topic requests, or maybe you have your own Am I the Asshole, or even a feel-good story. We want to hear about it. So feel free to drop a comment, send us a direct message, or email us. All of our links and information is available at our website, which is therantingpodcast.com. Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah. Did you like that?
Yeah, that was sweet.
I couldn't figure out like a good theme.
No, that's
you know what
fair.
I mean? Because like I couldn't go with Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Because like,
well, I had suggested Father's Day. I was gonna ask you some Father's Day questions, but that's fine.
maybe next year. We'll celebrate Juneteenth this year.
Okay, I'm fine with it.
All right, that's it for us. If you like the show, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see everyone next week.
Yay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.